Hari Om. We are live again. Okay. The link is working. You can drop your questions, and we are live again. Good. Hari Om, Hari Om. First time going live on YouTube after a very, very long time. Sorry for the glitch. Good. I can see the messages, and we can start the question answers. Before we start, we'll just chant one mantra and then we'll start. So, wherever you are, sit comfortable, adopt the Namaskar Mudra, hand towards your heart chakra. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम तत्सत्. Okay, let's start with question answers. First of all, thank you so much. We have touched 500K on YouTube. It's a blessing. The community is growing. Thank you so much. If you have any questions regarding anything, we'll take questions. Also about Mahashivratri, already questions are coming. I will try to answer all the questions. So Swati Tyagi is asking, please tell us about Mahashivratri in detail. So this year Mahashivratri is on 15th February. In fact, there are many Shivratri that comes in a year. We have a Shivratri that comes every day, then comes monthly, then comes 6 monthly. This Mahashivratri that we talk about comes once in a year. And this year it is on 15th February. Why it is called Mahashivratri? Because it is on this night, according to the Linga Puran, the Shiva Puran, it is on this night Shiva appeared as a beam of light. So, and special sadhana is done. So, throughout the day, when we talk about Mahashivratri, the day is okay, but the evening is where the sadhana starts. So, on 15th February, we'll be going live on YouTube. Like past 2 years, we'll be doing the entire Prahar sadhana with everyone. All the 4 prahars will be done, where we'll do the rituals, where we'll do the jap, where we'll do meditate. Also during Nishat Kalam, where we'll do the proper way of meditation and experiencing the Shiv Tattva. So all the details will be shared. In fact, we are preparing ourselves for the great night. We have some very amazing people, and like always, we are trying our best to make it experiential. And I think at the moment, to be honest, we can't do it offline because we don't have that setting and it's too much of chaos. But YouTube is the right way where we can reach out. It can be done nicely, and we are trying our best. So 15th Feb is Mahashivratri. And in detail, what happens? The Prahar starts from evening 6:23 according to the Ujjain calendar, and it goes on till morning 5:59. 6:59. We divide the 4 prahar and all the details will be shared. But what I personally think is, throughout the year, if you can't do any sadhana, but this night, if you give your devotion, your bhakti, your awareness, and be aware, wakeful aware in the night, magic will happen. So it is a very important night for Shiv sadhaks. In fact, for every sadhak, because it is a time where the entire cosmos is supporting you. And I don't know much, but according to science, that alignment of the planet in such a way that it influences our brain, our prana, our organs, and everything starts coordinating properly if you are aware. So, Swati ji, moving ahead. Uh, Can I do Mahashivratri sadhana while on period? Of course, you can do your sadhana on your periods. You can do your vrat, that is fasting. You can't do any rituals. It is preferred that you avoid rituals because I don't know your sadhana. I don't know anything about you. What I would recommend: do the manas puja, be awake, be aware of your spine. That is okay. You can do it. Hari Om, Hari Om, Har Har Mahadev. सॉरी मैसेज ऑप्शन बनता पायल जी अभी चालू हो गया है सो मूविंग अहेड मेक सीरीज ऑन वीर शैविज्म वीर शैवा सेंट्स और 12th century. I will try my best because I pray that one day we can go to the location and make it. It is one of the most dynamic schools, very beautiful. It has given us so much, uh, from rituals to poems to understanding Shiva in detail. We will try our best. Amma, we will try our best and we will make. Definitely. Jai Ma Kamakya. Tell us about Mahashivratri in detail. I have answered that question. Har Har Mahadev in. Uh, sorry, the questions are going up and down. In Parthiv Shivling video, you mentioned every details, but after Rudra Abhishekam, the plate will be filled with water and other things. Should we just leave it as it is? We have to. Okay. When you make the Parthiv Shivling, you have to do Abhishekam. Once the plate is full, remove all in another pot and continue the process. After that, you can do Visarjan either in flowing water, either to your plants. It's okay. How many days before the great night of Mahashivratri we should make the Parthiv Shivling at home? See, the beauty about the worship of Parthiv Shivling is that you can make it anytime. But I would recommend if you're making the Parthiv Shivling, this is what we do. When the Prahar starts, either if you have time, you make it during the day, or we make it during uh, the Prahar itself. Because every prayer is approximately 3 hours. So you start making, and the entire process goes on. To be honest, whenever we do Mahashivratri or any sadhana, we have our close people coming, and that time we make them do the Parthiv Shivling together. How to meditate on Shiva? That is a very beautiful question because the highest form of worship. Okay, let's understand how to worship Shiva. Shiva is worshipped in three main forms. First is the rituals. When you move higher in the path, then comes rituals with pranayam. And when you move highest, then comes meditation. So if you're asking me how to worship on Shiva from a very, what to say, textual and with evidence, you should read the Kashmir Shaivism. They have given beautiful ways of how we can contemplate and meditate, reflect on Shiva. So please read that text. I hope one day we can go in detail about Kashmir Shaivism. It is one of the most beautiful texts. How many days? I'm in US temporary period, but app is charging me in dollars. I request you to pay in rupees. None of them. You know what, Sharon? Please drop a message on WhatsApp. We will get back to you. The team is also traveling. There's a lot of changes happening. We are working towards Shivratri. They will get back to you. If not, drop me a message on Instagram. I will get back to you. I'm very sorry. I'm a bit slow with replying messages, but I will get back. Please, morning meditation routine for a calm mind. Okay, let's do one thing. Let Mahashivratri get over. We will go live and we will do live pranayama and meditation for everyone on the community and everyone on YouTube. Just give me some time. I will get back with this. Is it okay to end the fast on sunset on Mahashivratri? How will you end on Mahashivratri? The sadhana starts after sunset and then it goes on to the next day. So if you ask me what needs to be done, 15th Feb is Mahashivratri. On 14th evening, you eat something light before sunset and then you start your fasting. In fact, we'll make a reel on it also so that you have clarity. And Shiv Puran mentions different way of doing it. I will explain that in the reel in detail so that it stays and reaches out to everyone. In fact, fasting and vratam is very different. Vratam consists of all the elements. Fasting is upwas, and I will throw light on it. Hi, sir. What is covered in Shiv Tattva and Shiv Sadhana? What use by doing this? Can you explain, please, for new to join? Okay, I'm just answering your question. The Shiv Tattva and the Mahashivratri Sadhana completely different. From 8th Feb, we are doing the Mahashivratri Sadhana. It is a sankalp of 6 days that we are taking so that we work on a body mentally, emotionally, physically, and a level spiritually for the Shiv Tattva so that on the night of Mahashivratri, we can sit, meditate, and complete that sankalp. The Shiv Tattva, which starts 3 days before Mahashivratri, is a course where we talk about Shiv and Shakti as consciousness. So that is a 3 day live session where I'll go live, and after that, we have recorded meditation. It doesn't talk about rituals, it talks about contemplating and understanding how the Shiv Tattva works within us. So, on the first day, we will cover topics about Shaivism, how the Agam came into existence, what is Nigam, what are the different schools of Shaivism, how do they operate. Of course, these topics are beyond, it will take years and years to explain, but we are trying our best to get everything in nutshell so that you know what actual Shiv is. Then secondly, we'll talk about tantric point of view because it is one of my favorite topics and I love decoding tantric topics. We will talk about how creation has come into existence. We talk about the Big Bang theory, we talk about planets, but in Tantra, the creation is completely different. It is when Shiv and Shakti unite and how they unite, what happens, what are the tattvas. And in the last day, I would pick up topics on the Malas, what is Samadhi in Shaivism, and we will take question answers. So it's a very different approach. Why are we doing it? Because since past 2 years we have been doing the Mahashivratri sadhana, but I think even people have to evolve and understand in depth. So we are trying to do this. I hope I'm answering your question. This 6 day guided sadhana for beginner can be done by anyone who have not done. Of course, that is the reason, as I explained, the Mahashivratri sadhana is give you a glimpse of how to worship Shiv, what are the teachings of Shiv, how to do the job, what kind of meditation, what is the Shiv Manas Puja. On the other hand, the Shiv Tattva, I will be assuming and starting from a certain ground level, and we'll jump into detailed topics, and that will be live, that will be interactive. I also on the last day want to do a question answer where I can see the people and ask questions. Last time you shared about the first. I will be we will be making entire reels. We'll be sharing everything. I was waiting just to interact because on YouTube we have never gone live. We have not taken your questions. So from now on, we are planning to go live on YouTube also and Insta also so that we can communicate and know what people want. Also, one thing very important. Um, I want you all to write down what kind of content you all want on YouTube. Shall we go deeper? Shall we just write something so that we'll come to know? Hariom Tatsat. मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है, मैं 2 साल प्रिपरेशन कर रही हूँ लेकिन गवर्नमेंट एग्ज़ाम क्रैक नहीं हो रहा है, हार्ड वर्क के साथ कुछ मंत्र. किंजल, एक ही जवाब है, देयर इज ओनली वन आंसर. हैव फुल फेथ इन शिव, होल्ड ऑन टू हिम. आप आइदर शिव को मान रहे हो, हनुमान को मान रहे हो, काली को मान रहे हो, जिसकी भी आप पूजा कर रहे हो, उनको पकड़ के रखो, अपना बेस्ट दो. जो आपके लिए बेस्ट है वही आपको मिलेगा. आपको बेस्ट करना है. Sorry talking in Hindi, but just answering that question. Why do we get sexual thought during sadhana? Okay, this is a very good question because we get it all the time. Why do we get sexual thought during sadhana? Now, see what happens. Whenever you start doing your sadhana for a beginner, what happens is all the negative emotions or all the lower thoughts start coming up, which is very, very normal. So when that thought is coming, you again get back to your mantra. Keep it very, very simple. After one point, you'll realize that that thought also fades away, another thought will come. Even anger will fade away, then jealousy will come. Everything will fade away. It is a process. The more you stick on to your mantra and the more you keep on chanting consciously, the more things will be taken care of. Please, details of the sadhana from 8 Feb. All the details will be shared in the link after the live is over also. So what are we doing is the 6 day sadhana in which you will have a perfect dincharya what to do. You will have morning rituals, you will have jap, Shiv Manas Puja. You will have thought of the day, that the entire day, how you should think about Shiv in that formless form. Evening, you will have another sadhana, and in the night, you have liquid jap. So, all will be shared. Any sadhana course like you did free in, I think, last year? Yes, we, after Shivratri is over, as I mentioned, I want to go more live, do more free, basic sadhana, so that some foundation is created. I will do it. I missed my fast last Monday. How I was doing 9 Mondays till March. Should I continue my Monday fast or leave it? Please do continue. Remember, Ruchi, as I always say, that the bhav is important. That Shiv is not going to punish you or judge you. It is a mind. You do it with the right bhav because that Shiv is only unconditional love. So don't worry. I have answered about the sexual thought. Can we chant Om Bhairavan Nama on Mahashivratri? Uh, I would personally recommend chant the Panchakshari mantra because that day you're working Shiv Tattva. If you are a Bhairav sadhana, of course you have to do your sadhana also. How to do sadhana? Uh, Anusha, we have made multiple reels on what sadhana is, how to do, what is required. Please go through it. Trisha, Ram Ram ji, आपको भी I've answered this question. What if we cannot sit for a long time? If you can't sit for a long time, as I always say, get a chair, but you have to be aware of your spine. Your spine should be straight and you should be aware that night. My question about making Shivlingam from Mitti, can we make it on Shivratri? As I discussed this earlier also, make it during the day, or we start making it during the Prahar, and the entire 4 Prahar we do, and then we do Visarjan. Now, the Visarjan either can be done on the same night or next day early morning. How to do Mahashivratri Puja, we will be making a detailed shot on it, and that will be explained. Why do we cry during sadhana? It is very okay to let emotions out during sadhana. I've seen many people getting angry also. I've seen people while doing sadhana, they start trembling also. People, it is all emotions. Whatever is happening, let it come out. In fact, it is said that when you do higher sadhanas, like when you're worshipping properly with yantra mantra, then a lot of catharsis happen. Catharsis means emotional cleansing, so it is very okay. What you have to be aware deep inside, that you don't let the mantra go, and the bhav of holding on to that divinity should be there. Can you explain, elaborate on Sadashiv? Can you please elaborate on Sadashiv? Can you please? Okay, you are repeating the question all the time. Shushmita, Sadashiv. How do I explain? I'll try my best to put in simple language. Sada Shiv is that state of consciousness which can't be comprehended by the mind. It is the source of creation. Through Sada Shiv has come Shiv, Shakti, everything that you see, the material cause. When I talk about Sadashiv, in the Ved, it is equated as the Brahman. So that Sadashiv, people think it is passive. No, it is consciousness, but it is also active. And that is the reason we are doing that course so that you understand in depth what Sadashiv is. But Sadashiv is a state where the highest yogi has accomplished. That time they are beyond the karmic law and it is not outside. The Sadashiv experience is inside. If I look from a Patanjali point of view, it is Nirvikal Samadhi. If I look from a Hatha Yoga point of view, it is a Nad which is Om that is heard. If I explain it from a tantric point of view, it is that experience when the Shakti unites with the crown, the Shiv Tattva on the sitting on the crown. So Sadashiv, from Sadashiv and Yogmaya, this entire creation has come into existence. That our goal for a Shiv Sadhak is to experience that Sadashiv, which is infused with the Shiv Tattva. Panchakshari mantra is Namah Shivaya, right? Yes, the Panchakshari mantra is Namah Shivaya. How to concentrate when do liquid jap and jap? So I get distracted many times. If you are not able to concentrate while liquid jap, pick the jap mala and start chanting. Do it. Do I need to make Parthiv Shivling as I have Narmadeshwar Shivling in Mandir? You don't make a Parthiv Shivling. If you have Narmadeshwar Shivling and you're worshipping a Shivling, continue your sadhana. If you feel like making it, you make it. See, the essence of making Parthiv Shivling is that you're making it something with your own hands. You're doing that. You're making Shiv, and again you're offering Shiv. But if you're worshipping a Parthiv Shivling, you can continue. That is the beauty of Shaivism, no? I think, Shushmita, I've answered your question about Sadashiv, at least in brief. What timeline should I follow in US for the Mahashivratri? This is a very good question because we are getting multiple questions that I'm in different time zone. There's a very beautiful site called Drikpanchang. Open it, it will give you exact your tithi, your time, and everything. It is good. Can you explain past birth cord cutting and simply this life? My dear, this life is only full of so many challenges and so many tackles. Why you want to go in past? Your past, your present is all in your hands in the now. How you want to live. If you're very clear in the now, then you don't need to past, you don't need any future. So is it okay when we do Jap, Samba Sadashiv, and Om Namah Shivaya both? Depends. See, the beauty is no when you sit with the Jap Mala. This is my personal experience. And when you start and you're complete one pointed towards the mantra, deep inside that Sadashiv, that conscious will give you indication what is the best for you. So be aware of that. What timeline should I follow in US? Have answered that. Where do you live in Rishikesh? Want to meet you. We live in Rishikesh, but we are hardly in Rishikesh. If you want to meet us, DM us or drop a message on the WhatsApp number. If we are here, why not? Sorry. How what did I miss about making the shivling? We have made a reel of how to make the Parthiv shivling. We also have made a reel last year on the Narmadeshwar shivling. These two shivlings, according to Shiv Puran, can be worshipped by anyone. There's no caste, no creed. Anyone can worship and doesn't require pran pratishtha. So I think if you go check, you will get your answers. I'm having a hard time believing in God. No problem. If you don't believe in God, it is okay. Take your time, go through experiences. Sooner or later, you'll come to a realization that there's a greater force that is operating. You call it God, you call it anything. Once you align with it, you'll understand. That is the reason it's very important to have experiences, to go through experiences, to go up, to go down in life. Then, when you realize that you're not in control of anything, you call it God, you call it paper, you call it pen, call it anything. There is one supreme energy that is working. That that is Gyan is very important. Is it okay to take support while chanting mantras as I can't sit? Uh, Pooja ji, the thing is, you sit, there's no problem. But the spine should be straight and you should be consciously aware of the spine. I am Rashmi from Bangalore. Good to see you, Rashmi. Please share your thought on Dakshinamurti. Oh, Dakshinamurti in the south is something where Shiv has given the knowledge. I will make a reel on it because I want to talk more about him. He is beautiful. In fact, he is sitting with four saints and he's holding certain things in his hand. And Dakshinamurti is where knowledge is given. We will talk about it. What time Australia? And yes, please. Okay. Yeah, I've answered the Australia thing. I have Ishtalinga. Can I do Abhishek on Mahashivratri night or just meditate on it? Uh, the Mahashivratri night, when I talk about the Prahar Sadhana, let me explain you in detail so that you know, because we'll go live on YouTube also, and you should be ready. The four Prahar consists of rituals. So on your Ishtalingam, according to Shiv Puran, we first offer water. So that is ritual. Then we do jap and then we do meditate. So every Prahar has certain rituals. We will be making a detailed shot on it. How can a student pursue their career and sadhana? Uh, my dear, we are living in a world of duality. Take both in hands. Everything should be in balance. Your career also and sadhana also. Come in that state of balance. Otherwise, life will be very, very difficult. Have a Spatik Shivlings, somebody gifted. Me, a Shivling from Pashupatinath temple, asked me to worship it. Should I worship two Shivlings? If you have one Shivling that you have been worshipping, stick to that only. But maybe on Mahashivratri, you can worship that also. Hari Om, kindly guide if any prior tayaris. Definitely. 2 3 days before, we'll put all the details on the community of what is required, what is not required. We'll also be making shorts, and from tomorrow, we'll all go full on Shivratri content so that everyone is ready. Which books do we? Sorry, I'm missing out on so many questions. Shushmita is asking, thanks, Bhavesh. I'm doing Sada Shiv Sadhana. Can you please guide me? What are the experiences? Uh, Shushmita, I'm very sorry. I don't know personally about your sadhana, and I don't know what you're doing. So I can't answer vaguely. How to have balance? For example, we as humans have materialistic desires, ambitions, but have to have balance to remain conscious, to evolve in bhakti every single day and get close. How to have balance? A very simple and practical answer is you do your best in every situation. If you're working, you work. If you're doing your sadhana, you do. Only that is required. Rest, everything will time will unfold. If you're worrying about money too much, you're gone in the future. If you're worrying too much about sadhana, then you're not in the present. So whatever's given at the moment, I am giving my best for the YouTube. Now, if you like it, don't like it is your problem. I'm giving my best. That is what is expected, and your heart should be clean, and you should be one pointed towards the goal of life, that is to evolve. It's a process, it won't happen in one day, but you keep on giving your best. That attitude is very important. What should we jap, name or mantra? Of course you should chant the mantra. um, what is Shiva to you? That's a very good question. Shiva to me is everything. At the same time, he is nothing, because from that nothing comes everything. I know I'm giving you a very vague answer, but it is a fact. For me, it is in everything. In fact, the way I look at Shiva is also the way I look at Kali. They both are my Isht. And the higher you evolve on the sadhana, I've never generally spoken about my sadhana or what we do, because I think sadhana is meant to be personal, and few sadhana are meant for people who are only ready and you know personally. But yes, the fact is Shiva is for me everything. And at times, to be honest, even if I slip down, I again get that awareness that it is his wish that I'm falling down, and if he wants, I'll come up. So that way, it's a way of completely submission. It is the way of Pashupata. They did the same. Even Kashmir Shaivism talks about the same. Even Shaiva Siddhanta talks about the same. So, knowingly or unknowingly, every sadhak, whatever it has mentioned in the Agam, are going through it in their own journey. For me, he is everything. He's not just a form, he's formless. He's not just a name, he's nameless. He is everything. Um, Sorry, many questions. This is my first time. How do I get a Shivling? And now we have made a reel on the Narmadeshwar Shivling and the Parthiv Shivling. Please go through it. I only remember God when in problem. I want to remember Shiv every time, regardless good or bad. How do I develop this bhav? I have seen him carry me, yet I doubt. See, that is the beauty. Forget you, forget me. Even when the Bhagavad Gita was over, again, Arjuna went to Krishna Bhagavan asking, "Can you please explain the Gita?" Who are we? It is beautifully said. My guru tells me all the time, and it is ingrained in my head. A sadhak requires undivided attention towards Bhagwan. Undivided. The way you love your other half, the way you love your parents, the way you love your job, more is required, because that divinity will cut off your ego. So That is important. And you tell yourself again and again, again and again. How? For that, that is the reason you understand who Shiv is first. Because we are worshipping Shivlings, we are doing jap, we are fasting, we have so much fear of God, we don't understand what Shiv is. So first understand what Shiv is, and then automatically that Leela will start flowing. Oh, so many questions. Sorry. How do you worship? How did you know Kali is my star? uh, when you're thirsty, you just need to know that you need to drink water. Similarly, when you connect with your ishta, she starts telling you. And personally, if you ask me, I've never spoken about her on Instagram also. I don't talk about her. I'm waiting when she wants. She will see to that she comes out and the message goes. But in my personal understanding, worshipping Kali is not for everyone. It requires, it is said in the Kali Puran, only a person who has a Veera Sabhava, who doesn't give up, can worship Kali, because she will take everything away. Um, can a widow woman do puja for Shivling and she can touch Shivling? Anyone can worship the Shivling. I'll take another 4, 5 questions. Why am I getting dreams of Shiva and Hanumanji? If you're getting dreams of Hanumanji, pray to them, thank them, and start your sadhana. Some indication that you should start reading the Hanuman Chalisa and do the Panchakshari. Someone has given us 200 rupees. Very grateful. Thank you. Recently, I got a Narmadisha Shivling, like an oval shaped rock from Omkareshwar. Can I do Rudra Abhishek and do all the puja rituals on Mahashivratri? Of course, you should. You get the Shakti also. You get a nice Shakti for it. You place the Shivling and do the char prayer on it. It will get charged, and then you start your sadhana. Right time. Oh. Uh, How will you define God from your experience? Is he a energy, a divine human being, your imagination, once lived, or species above? If you how do I put it in simple? Because this is something which I can write a book on, but answering it very simple. If you ask me what God is in the sun, God is in this tree behind, God is in this shivling, God is in my enemy, God is in my body, God is nowhere, yet I am in God. For me, if you ask, He is that energy which is running the show. And He is not somewhere outside, He is inside me. And when my ego dies, he will start operating through me. Now, when I'm talking in he, I, and him, like subject and object. But if you ask me what God is, when I won't be there, that will be God in my experience. That is the experience of complete dissolution of ego. Now it is very intellectual, but I'm sure many people have gone through the experiences where you experience that there's a greater force operating. Also, God is in everything. So the beauty of Sanatan is when you understand, we don't say that there is one God sitting up commanding you, taking you to hell or heaven, or punishing you, or where is fear of God. Once you understand the entire life journey is an offering to that, and this human birth is made to realize that God is within you. If I give a very harsh statement that you are God, now you'll start laughing. But in reality, you are God because He's sitting here right inside you. You call it he, she, it. In fact, there is no name for it. That is the reason the Ved call him, he's Satchit Anand, because they can't explain what he is. Satchit Anand is the experience of that expanding consciousness which is beyond name, form, causation, everything. So when you ask me who God is that nameless, formless, choiceless, causeless, supreme divine consciousness beyond space, time, and causation. And that is you. I hope I'm doing justice, but it is difficult to talk about him, at least in words. And once you have an experience, you'll never talk about him. Last question. Many questions, sorry. I'll just take one. I'm receiving signs from Kal Bhairav and the. It's gone. Ashtakam sometime eases my fear, but I feel undisciplined internally. Should I continue my shift sadhana until I gain discipline or follow the sign? My dear, you follow the sign. If you're getting ease, follow it. But worshipping Bhairav or worshipping Shiv or worshipping Kali requires a lot of discipline, and that is the first step. Great saints have made it very clear. Follow the yam and niyam, rest everything will fall into place. Please start following. And trust me, the more you follow, the more the deity will guide you. Question is Lord Shiva is considered as the Param Vaishnava. So deep bhakti and sadhana to Lord Krishna is enough. Or a human have to perform special sadhana for Lord Shiva. See, the thing is, depending upon your ishta, you worship. Now, I worship Kali, but that doesn't mean that I don't worship other gods also. But my ishta is first. So you worship Shiv or you worship Krishna Bhagavan is absolutely okay. But other sadhana is also okay. Secondly, when you mature on the path and you actually understand how these deities work, we talk very casually about deities, but how Shiv and Vishnu works, you will realize that they all come from the same source. So Gyan is very, very, very important. Without Gyan, you can't do any sadhana. Also, at the same time, if you have completely surrendered without any doubt and understanding that all are coming from the same source, so either you worship Shiva, either you worship Krishna, doesn't matter. All are one. But for a beginner like us, we need to stick to a mantra to get that full power and understand how it works. Last question. What is the beautiful experience you had after you started sharing knowledge on Shiva? We never planned. I will be very honest, as I always say, Instagram just started when we were on a yatra. We never planned. But as I always say, it is His wish. It is His wish that it is happening. We are just making what He wants us to do. At times, we are very, very high. At times, He doesn't give us anything to make. So it is a journey. But the day I think I am making content, nothing will work. The day I am doing it for him, it works. So it is his wish, honestly. And there's a very difficult line of understanding that is his wish or you're doing it. That is a test. Many questions. I'm going to, you know what, we will go live again very, very soon. I'll be ending the session. Very, very grateful. And as I answered earlier, after Mahashivratri is over, we'll do a nice basic sadhana of pranayama and meditation live. And also, we'll do few classes here and there and take more question answers. I think that is very, very helpful. I can connect also. So, everyone, just roll back your shoulders, adopt the Namaskar Mudra. We'll chant one Om and three Shantis together. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Tat Sat. Bow your head down. Surrender everything to that nameless and formless. Surrender your pride, your ego. Consciously inhale. While exhaling, rise up, rub your palms nicely and place it over your eyes. Hari Om. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon. Thank you.